So the AK kills faster than the Cypher at every range, and it has more recoil, but it's not like that much more recoil. But still, no one uses it. Everyone uses the Cypher. And you could call that comparison the modern Kilo versus AMAX. The Cypher being the Kilo, the AK being the AMAX. But no one uses the modern AMAX. We are live, boys and girls. It's the final countdown. Doo-doo-doo-doo. We've been copyright struck because that was so accurate. Welcome to the Dropshot Call of Duty podcast, episode number 509. 5 days until Verdansk releases. This is not our last pod before Verdansk, actually.
Yeah, you lied. You've been lying.
I did
a lot
little
lately,
lie.
Man.
Get scammed. Yeah, next week we're doing our news app Wednesday so that we can game, obviously, when Verdansk launches. Welcome to the show. So today we do have some other things to talk about. Our last episode, obviously, was quite long, and it was about Warzone. And we got a bunch of info this week, all of which we have not covered. Not all of which we've covered, I should say. So we talked about the Verdansk whatever season 3 Warzone blog post. We also went through the absolute chore of listening to the COD pod. We did an episode on that on Patreon. We'll talk more about that at the end for all of our patrons. Patreon.com/Dropshot. But today what we're going to do is talk about the other blog post we had gotten, which was on Zombies multiplayer, and then a little bit of Warzone stuff in there, I guess, as well. But before that, we have some even more recent news. And we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't talk about it. Ricochet anti-cheat update, season 3. Woo! So, you know what? I'm going to do this. So, just to get a sense for how little this matters, we're going to look at the last one, if we can find it.
What's the last one, man?
That's a great question. I can't find it. I searched the word Ricochet, and the latest Ricochet progress report is fucking 3 years ago. So they, of course, can't even do their own website correctly. But remember when we had a huge Ricochet blog post for, what was it?
Season
2 Reloaded? Or was it season 2? Oh, it was season 2. It was season 2. And remember how all the cheaters actually went away and it mattered? Oh, that's right. It fucking didn't. Obviously, which is what we told you guys. So, again, none of this matters, but we'll talk about it. But none of it matters. And there will be lots of cheaters, just like there are right now. So, this was posted yesterday, the 28th. Anti-cheat update for the game. Season 3 is around the corner, bringing new content to BO6 and a little-known map called Verdansk. Okay. Back to Warzone. For the Ricochet anti-cheat team, the focus remains on our commitment to taking down cheat makers, banning bad actors, and ensuring a great player experience. Our roadmap for anti-cheat extends beyond this season, but in the latest progress report, we'll focus on recent results and security-focused updates coming in Season 3. So they told us all about the updates we were getting for Season 2. Now, I was saying this in the pre-show. To be very fair, I have not been seeing that many obvious cheaters in the last maybe 2 to 4 weeks, honestly. This is in pubs Warzone, unranked, to be also fair. If there are people cheating, a lot of them are going to be playing ranked. So, However, it's still been almost, dare say, an acceptable number. We did see quite a few yesterday, but besides that, there haven't been that many cheaters. So you might be thinking, oh, well, I guess the progress report for season 2 did matter. You'd be a fucking idiot if that's what you got from that, obviously. Because this is always what happens, and this is what I said then, and I've said many times before. As always, there will be ebbs and flows with cheaters in Warzone. It's a free-to-play game without a kernel-level anti-cheat. Ricochet claims to be one, it isn't. It's maybe a kernel-level program that you can easily circumvent and is ineffective, obviously. So, hey, you might not be seeing that many cheaters right now either. Guess when you will? Soon. Day 1 of Verdansk? Maybe. Day 3 of Verdansk? Absolutely. That's going to be when they get hot and bothered. Maybe even day 2. Honestly.
Yeah, it's possible.
So, you know, just keep that in mind. There are ebbs and flows. Right now, it's definitely in the valley as far as my experience. However, I know other people exist. Many other people have been saying there are lots of cheaters. We'll get into a little of that. So moving on from this, on this progress report here, Season 3 agenda. Bullet points. Shutdowns in action. You may have heard that a few cheat developers and resellers are closing up shop. Since BO6 launched, our roadmap has been to go on the offensive and disrupt the cheating marketplace. In that time, over 20 cheat makers and dozens of resellers are out of business, and we're not slowing down. This is where I will give them credit without a caveat. They have been shutting down lots. Like the Phantom Overlay cuckold cunt that was yapping on Twitter to us.
Yes.
When I said Ricochet is not a kernel level anti-cheat, and he goes, well, actually it is. And I said, well, actually people cheat and kill me every day. So it might be kernel level. It's not an anti-cheat though, fucking obviously. That dork no longer has a job. Good. Based. And they've been doing this quite well because there have been a lot of other cheaters that third-party reporting has said Activision's like sued and sent cease and desists to, and it's actually worked. Could that be part of the reason I, for example, am not seeing as many as I used to at other times this year? Maybe, but also this is always the case. They do like a Ricochet update, cheaters go down for a little while, and then they come right back up. We're not getting to the source of the problem with anything we do, except maybe this. Suing the company so they're not made. Because you can't fight the cheats, obviously. You're not willing to sniff kernels. You're not willing to invade privacy. But if you stop everyone from making cheats, then you don't need to have a good anti-cheat. Because no one makes them anymore. So this is the one arena where I have faith that they can be very effective, as they've shown they are being. And like Phantom Overlay, I think, was a fairly big cheat site. That's what I've been told. I don't know, because I'm not a cunt and I don't cheat, obviously, besides using control with aim assist. So
the thing is, I mean, it's good that they're doing this, but I mean, they just set up a new URL and start selling them again. This is so easy to get around for the cheat providers. Like, they can obviously do that. It's the internet. Just shutting down a website does fucking
guy
nothing.
Isn't doing it. Because if he was, he
but
would have
maybe he has
like,
other.
Oh, I'm making another thing. Go there.
Maybe he has other reasons, but also if he's not going to tweet out and say, "Oh, use this website instead." If anything, maybe they lay low for a little while, then make a new one. I don't know how it works, but it's the internet.
Maybe.
I can set up a website right now and sell cocaine on it, and it would take a while to get shut down. I mean, they can do fucking anything, but it's good that they're doing this because it definitely slows them down. And it's a lot more work for the cheat providers because that means they have to work on whatever, relaunching a new website, whatever they need to do to get changed, start making a name for themselves again. So it's still a lot of work for them. And that's also probably why a lot of people are just like, they end up saying, okay, forget it. But the people that want to do it, like the websites that want to do it, they can definitely just stay online. That's exactly what engine owning did. They took engine owning to court. They filed a lawsuit against them.
Yeah,
they literally changed the URL the next week and they were back up. It doesn't, if they want to keep pushing it, they can. And there's nothing that Activision can do.
Well, I think engine owning is also not based in the United States, and that's where that's where a U.S. company like Activision has a lot less power.
I don't think most of these are based in the United States. I don't think
maybe not.
Overlay is either.
They're all another thing European too, rats. I think you're right, but I would imagine Activision already has a considerable legal team no matter what. They have like in-house lawyers, I'm positive, right? It's probably like 2 hours of work for those guys, Activision legal, to like send the cease and desist or whatever. But then whoever gets it, it would be weeks of work to move URLs and like move LLCs. So then they move it, they spend like whatever, 2 weeks doing it. And then Activision day one is like, all right, here's another cease and desist. We can do this all day. Like, it takes you way more time to recover than for me to, send the letter. I imagine that's true. So if they keep doing it, it could still be effective for that reason. But I don't know.
Black Helicopters. They hired the guy. They hired the Phantom Overlay guy, and he's working for them.
That's the smart thing to do, honestly.
He also fucking sucks off Ricochet too, so maybe they hired him, man. Never know.
Yeah,
because that's what his reasoning was. He said he was stopping for personal reasons, blah blah. I mean, most of them when they actually get shut down, they just say they're getting shut down. Like he left everything online for 32 days, so like people would get their refunds, and then he was canceling the service. So it's still live for another 5 days or so. So I don't know. That's a Black Helicopter theory, man.
Yeah, who knows? But I mean, either way, this is, again, I think the only thing I actually have faith in Activision to like keep doing, and maybe it could be effective, because it's like from a software side, they suck balls, obviously. Like TTV Moon still live streams. What are we doing? So yeah, I mean, they're just a shitty company. Or, you know what the best anti-cheat would be? We've said it before. Charge money to play Warzone. Fucking monthly fee, matchly fee, buy a box. Please. I will spend so much money to play Warzone if it gets more quality also. Lots more quality also, because it would really bug me if I were paying for the product I'm playing right now. But if there were also, way fewer cheaters as a result, which there would be, because it just wouldn't be worth some 16-year-old kid's money. Although they're already buying cheats. I don't know. Make it $200. Anyway, whatever. Ricochet's issued bans since it was released. We removed 23% of cheaters before they played their first match. I saw a lot of people making fun of this stat. And if that's true, which it probably isn't, which it absolutely certainly isn't, that is impressive. Like before they play a match, you ban them. Any percent of that is impressive. 1/5, almost a quarter. That would be very impressive if it were true. What they mean to say, of course, is we removed 23% of the people we've ever caught cheating before they played their first match. Because the other, 77% in this 100% are people they know were cheating and they caught after they played their first match. But what does that not take into account? All of the other cheaters you haven't caught because your anti-cheat sucks, obviously. So this is another just lie. Because you haven't caught all the cheaters. Even Valorant hasn't caught them all. So don't say 23% of cheaters. Say 23% of cheaters, asterisk. This only includes the ones we ended up catching at some point ever.
Yeah.
Obviously. So for that reason, I think you should make fun of them. But anyway, there are strong wins. These are strong wins for the game. There's always more we can do to get better in both speed and efficiency. Okay. Security! We're launching brand new systems in Season 3, and we can't give away too many details. They say this every single time. Reporting and UI updates. Reports made by players in-game are important to our anti-cheat efforts. However, we found that many of these reports have been inaccurate in situations where the killing player might have had an intel advantage, such as when using perks like Recon Scout. What the fuck is that perk? Use the word perk Recon Scout?
Multiplayer.
Is that even a multiplayer perk?
Yes, that's the one where it was showing people through the walls, and then they nerfed it a couple times.
Is that what they call it? Scout? That's the Recon specialty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever. Or when having the advantage of a spy cam live ping. Over 60% of received cheater reporting in Warzone have been against console players, for example. So right there, they're implying that it's not possible to cheat on a console.
Read the next 4 words.
Which isn't true. Oh, console cheating is possible, but our data has consistently shown it represents an extremely low population of detected cheaters, so now they clarify, as compared to PC, which means this large volume of cheater reports are inaccurate, even if the kill cams may have been made, or may have made it seem like the player was cheating. Yeah, so that's part of the reason they're doing, yeah, they talk about it. The thing where you were affected by a live ping or like a UAV or whatever, so you're like, oh, that's how he knew I was there. Sure. And that's what they go on to say, which is fine. But yeah. Anyway, current and new recap details in the kill cam widget. We've already gone over this.
The thing too, though, like this is what's like big on Twitter right now is the 2 biggest reasons I think why console players are getting reported. Well, one are the buggy kill cams where it skips forward an amount of frames.
Yes.
And so it looks like somebody is snapping and cheating. That happens every single day. If they make the kill cams work, those cheat reports get actually cut in half. Because think of some guy that hasn't played the game in 3 years. He's going to come back on the launch of Verdansk. He's going to die. He's going to watch the kill cam. It's going to be bog standard. It's a bog standard kill. But because the kill cam's laggy, it's going to skip frames and it's going to look like the person snapped to him and he's going to be like, oh my God, this guy's aimbotting. Yep. Boom, reported. Because that person has no clue. So this is completely on them for having worse kill cams this year than we've had in Warzone in a few years. I mean, they were that way also in MW3, but don't they seem worse this year?
They got worse at some point.
Maybe it was like halfway during MW3. I don't know. But
MW3 or Warzone 2, they like all of a sudden got... No, because they were really bad and I think they've always been really bad in Warzone specifically.
But the snappy thing where it skips frames, that I don't think that's been around since Warzone 2.
I think that True Game data video was during Verdansk. That's when I remember like hearing about this. Video? He did a video on why the kill cams are so ass. And he like...
Well, they've always, like, you can't
the snappy
trust
thing,
them to be perfect. I don't remember the snappy thing being a thing that long ago, though. But I don't know, maybe. I really don't remember that at all. But regardless, that's the reason people get reported. Because they think you're just aimbotting. Yeah. That's the biggest part. And then the other thing, of course, all the K-Ban players are like, well, it's because aim assist looks like cheating. So... And then like people were tagging Hexsmith and saying, you know, like Hexsmith has shown time and time again, this is just standard ass aim assist, and he'll make a full video. Some guy will comment and be like, that's not how aim assist works. And he said, okay, I just created a 3-minute video showing proof that I'm not touching my controller and I'm getting aim drag. But some guy comments and says, no, that's just a lie. So that's the other thing too. People are just fucking stupid and they don't realize how strong aim assist is, especially in the hands of a good player. So, but right. Number one for sure, if they fix the buggy ass kill cams skipping frames, the cheat reports would like genuinely be cut in half.
You're correct 100%. Because yeah, like how are you supposed to know if you haven't played in years? Even if they were bad back then, you surely have forgotten by now. Like especially if you play a little multiplayer where the kill cams are better, a lot better. And then you go to Warzone and it's a 2 FPS kill cam, so the guy just all of a sudden just snaps right onto you. Yeah, of course it's gonna look like shooting.
And even like I mean, even good players in our Discord every week will post clips and they'll be like, I don't know if this guy's cheating or if this is a buggy kill cam, and you watch it and it's like, it looks like it's just a buggy kill cam to me. But it's not even a thing. It's not even just new players or bad players. Even really, really good players can't tell sometimes because of the kill cams. So fucking fix them. How about that?
Yep. Yeah, because then you'd have less garbage to sift through.
Exactly.
And you're still going to have a lot of false reports. Here's another reason you're going to have false reports, because players know that if you just spam report someone, you can get them shadow banned. So they can just spam report you knowing you're not cheating or not thinking you're cheating and just do it anyway to grief you, hoping you get shadowed. So that's another thing that's going to create a bunch of false reports and more trash for you to sift through because of your shitty shadow ban system.
Yeah.
And by the way, friend of the pod Jake Down was just shadow banned for the first time in 5 years on his account that he's been playing the entire time since day one of Warzone. And he looked it up on like day 2 of his shadow ban, and everything online was telling him, oh yeah, expect the shadow ban to last 7 days. And he was shadow banned to the hour for exactly 7 days. So that got me thinking, the game, Ricochet I'll call it, suspected Jake of cheating, probably because he got reported a lot. So they put him on a shadow ban. Basically, you can't play while you're shadow banned. So they banned him for a week while they investigate, ostensibly. But wait, why would he then be unbanned exactly 7 days after he was banned? Did it happen to take Team Ricochet exactly 7 days to the hour to review those reports he got and then clear his name? Is that the case also for everything he read online and all those people who got shadow banned? No, of course not. Of course it's not a coincidence that everything he saw online of other people getting shadow banned were shadow banned for exactly 7 days, and then he was also. What does that mean? No one reviewed his account. They just said, oh, you're getting reported a lot. We're just not going to let you play for a week so that other players feel like we're doing something, because we're going to catch legit cheaters while we do this too. But then we're going to lift it because we don't have the manpower, obviously, to review your account, and then we're just going to let you keep playing. So in Jake's case, since he's not cheating, you guys can go watch his Twitch, watch his VODs. He's obviously not cheating. That is bad because he was falsely banned for 7 days. In an actual cheater's case, that's bad because no one reviewed the account and he just can continue cheating after 7 days. So the shadow ban system is a disaster. And I never would have known this if it weren't for Jake getting shadow banned, because I don't look into like shadow ban fucking lengths, obviously. And even if I did, I'm not going to like trust what Google Reddit dorks say, who are probably actual cheaters themselves. But now that it happened to him, and that's what everything says online, now I'm thinking, oh, okay, so this is what's happening with cheaters a lot of times. They're getting reported a bunch, no one reviews the account, and then they just lift it after 7 days. So what I think it is, okay, this guy got spam reported. We have 7 days to look into it. If we can't look into it by day 7, we're just going to err on the side of caution and lift the ban. So hopefully we can look at it in 7 days. But if we can't, we're just going to unban them without reviewing it. Because if he were cleared by a human being, why would they leave him shadow banned for, let's say some dev or this AI, whatever, looked at his account and was like, okay, no, he's clear. Why would they just wait another 3 days to unban him? They wouldn't, obviously. They would just say, okay, he's cleared. You're good. So on day 4, he would be unshadow banned. But that's not what happened.
Yeah.
So obviously no one reviewed his account. Now, what if he were a blatant rage hacker? Well, then his account wouldn't have gotten reviewed, like it obviously didn't. And he would just be unbanned after 7 days. That explains TTV Moon. That exactly explains TTV Moon. I remember Season 5 ranked Resurgence on Rebirth last year, MW 3. He was farming us day after day after day. And then I remember there was a number of days we just didn't see him. And then all of a sudden, and then we thought he got banned. He was back. And harumph. I wonder if that had been exactly 7 days. Probably. The anti-cheat system fucking sucks, obviously. So that's what I think is happening. And a lot of these people are just not getting reviewed. Why aren't they being reviewed? Because Ricochet retards demand that an actual human being sit down and review these reports. And of course, they don't have the manpower to do that. No one does unless they employ the country of India. There are too many people playing your free-to-play game. Maybe not right now. You probably have time now. But in general, certainly when Verdansk comes back. So that was very enlightening to me. Because when he got unshadowed to the hour, I was like, wait the fucking... Hold on. What does this mean? Yeah. That's my theory. That's not based on anything other than what I just said.
No, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously nobody's reviewing it, so if nobody's going to review it, why are we even doing this?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just a shitty system. But don't worry, guys, we're getting a blog post. Limited matchmaking. We've seen questions about limited matchmaking lobbies referred to as shadow ban lobbies by players. Here we go. So we wanted to provide some background on its purpose. It's a necessary part of the system as an immediate reaction to the detection of suspicious activity. And again, when they say detection, what they mean is some guy who got reported a lot.
Yeah.
They're not detecting anything. Because if you are, ban them. Don't shadow ban them, obviously. Limited matchmaking allows accounts to continue to play matches online in a separate pool from standard matchmaking, as our team examines and collects all evidence necessary for further action if needed. Okay, that's not true. When we were shadow banned, you can't find a lobby. You can sit and wait for 10 minutes. You're not going to find one. Back in the day in multiplayer, I think you could, because there were enough people who were shadow banned who were actually trying to play. But like if you get shadow banned in Warzone, no one tries to queue, so you'll never find a lobby. So it's not limited, it's restricted, first of all. And second of all, obviously, your team doesn't examine or collect evidence necessary. Because if you had done that, you wouldn't have had him banned for exactly 7 days, obviously. Being placed in limited matchmaking doesn't signal someone is a confirmed cheater, but an alarm was raised that requires examination, which wasn't conducted. There was no examination conducted. There are several ways an alarm could be tripped, including a major change in an account's behavior, or if a brand new account is dropping improbable stats, to name a few. Neither of which were the case for Jake. He's level 600 Prestige Master, and he's been dropping 30 kills a game, for the past, I don't know, 3 months. So just completely normal behavior.
Probably since last year, once he switched back to controller full time.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
All on the same account from game to game to game. Never banned or shadow banned once before this.
I wonder if his is in part due to how they track kills now, because assists count as kills. So some dipshit dev is probably thinking, oh my gosh, his KD's doubled. But it hasn't. The way they track the KD has changed.
Oh my
so that's
God,
what's
that's
flagging
funny.
his account now as being suspicious. I guarantee you that's part of it.
That's hilarious.
They're like, how did this guy have like a 3 KD for 2 years, and now all of a sudden he has an 8.5? They're like, oh my God, he started cheating. Yep. That's what happened. It has to be.
That is funny. Yeah, that's a hilarious thought. I would not be surprised, but I think it's just because you got reported so many times. People get so mad at it. It's so funny. Anyway,
Jackdown cheating.
Players invited to your party also impact the matchmaking pool you're placed in. No shit. If one person in the party, has their account in Shadowban, for example, the entire party will be forced to play in Shadowban lobbies, which don't exist. This is intentional. Accounts in Shadowbans make up less than 0.15% of the entire player population. But partying up can expand the overall pool, obviously. Major update we launched in Season 2 was speeding up the account review process. If an account is removed after investigation, it doesn't mean they can't be examined again. But this recent change was targeted to reduce the time accounts are in our shadow banned. This is the start of our communication around this topic. So yeah, this is just, it's a lie of omission, because what they fail to mention is this is what we try to do. However, a lot of accounts we just don't have the time to review, so we just let them go after 7 days if we can't get to it. That's what the missing piece is here. It is not a coincidence that it was 7 days to the hour, and that's also what a bunch of people online were saying. There's no way that's a coincidence. There's no way. So, yeah, a lot of these people just don't go examined. In the case of a legit player, this is fine, I guess. I mean, you can't play for a week. That sucks, but whatever. But when this is happening to cheaters, that's really bad news. TTV Moon, rage hacking, gets shadow banned, and then they don't have time to review his account because of all the other rage hackers, and then he's just back in a week. It's insane. It's a terrible, terrible system, and they need to have a real anti-cheat, obviously. So nothing will change, but as a reminder. Ranked play update. Encountering a cheater in ranked is not only a frustrating experience, but often also results in a loss that costs you important SR, negatively impacting your progress. I'm not joking. I would have gotten iridescent if I didn't lose the SR I did to cheaters. Easily. Not joking. Not joking, actually. So, hope that helps. In Season 3, the team will be introducing a new system to help counter this frustration and reverse the impact a banned cheater had on SR. Retroactive SR adjustments. There's no way they do this right. There's no way. There's no fucking way.
This is a great in theory, but I don't trust it to work.
Correct. It's exactly how I feel. When a ranked play cheater is banned, anyone they've recently defeated in ranked will receive a SR refund for those matches. To start, we'll examine the last 2 weeks of matches, but we'll continue to monitor if this timing needs to be adjusted. Players who we detect playing with cheaters may have SR for those wins taken away based. Or ban them all. Hot take, but that's fine. I don't actually mean that, although they probably know. This process will be live for BO6 Ranked shortly after Season 3's launch, and a similar system will arrive for Warzone when Ranked is live. We'll also perform a leaderboard scrub to remove any account that earned it illegitimately. Oh, taking on teaming. So this is a big problem in like console-only Ranked Warzone. Yeah. Intentionally working with opponents to grief other squads or boost your account is teaming, and it's against our rules. This is not a new tactic, but we've seen it happening more often in recent weeks, obviously. Today, our team is issuing a specific ban wave to all of these accounts we've detected and verified were teaming. SR and leaderboard placements for those accounts will be wiped, and then anyone else teaming will be restricted.
And okay, I saw a tweet that they did do a big ranked play leaderboard purge. Some guy tweeted out like, oh, like the top 10 is totally different players now, basically. They purged that.
Yeah. So, okay.
Also, that's the shadow ban thing, how they were saying they were speeding up the process. 7 days still seems entirely too long to me, but I remember when BO6 Warzone launched, there were people that were shadow banned on their main account for like over a month. So hopefully that's at least gone by now, because there were people that were just like, they were technically still shadow banned, but they could not use their account at all, and it had been so long. I saw that numerous times from a lot of like the bigger accounts.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it used to be way longer. That's a good change for people who are not cheating and who get shadow banned all the time. But I mean, for everyone else, it's terrible, because that means real cheaters, actual cheaters, are just not getting their accounts reviewed at all anymore. That's why those shadow bans lasted 3 months, is because they were actually just keeping people there until some guy reviewed it. And of course it takes months to do, because there are so many people cheating in a free-to-play game. That's why the shadow ban system just doesn't work. It just doesn't make sense. Because, like, yeah, now we are punishing legit players a lot less by only capping it at a week, and that's good. But that also means a ton of actual cheaters are just only getting 1 week timeouts at a time. And that's really bad, obviously. So what you need is a Valorant style, real kernel level anti-cheat that's more difficult to get around. And Activision absolutely has the resources. They just don't have the balls. No balls. So
yeah.
Account linking changes. In a proactive effort to protect our players, we're adjusting account linking. Any account that links to a new platform is required to complete a challenge. I guess this is so that people stop getting their accounts stolen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, securing your account by enabling two-factor authentication is important. This is based, you guys should do this for any and every account that you care about fucking at all. You will get hacked. I randomly will sometimes get an email saying, oh, here's your two-factor code to log in to fucking Stripe or, you know, Microsoft or whatever the fuck. And that was someone who would have hacked my account if I didn't have two-factor on. You should do this for everything that you care about. And that includes Call of Duty. And the reason they care about that is not for your well-being, obviously, but rather so that cheaters don't steal your account and start hacking on it. So that's cool. Community questions. You said spam reporting does not impact a player's account status. Is that true? Whether it's in-game or if a cheat developer creates a hack to submit 10,000 reports, spam reporting does nothing. Plus?
Yeah.
So hope that helps.
Yeah.
Subsequent reports provide no additional information. I mean, that's true. You already told us someone seems fishy. Submitting the same report again doesn't add more detail. Okay. You know what? To be very fair, this might be true now. Maybe, but this was not always true. Even recently. So, I don't know. It shouldn't work, but whatever. In fact, spamming reports reduces the trust we have in future reports from an account and may result in punitive measures. Remember when they said it will result in punitive measures to spam report? And now they're like, well, we might. We might, teehee. Because no one ever...
Yeah, they don't.
I've never heard anyone get banned for spam reporting.
Yeah, exactly.
When they said they were going to do that, everyone I know kept spam reporting and never once was punished for it. So, yeah, got it. What has been done following any false positives on anti-cheat enforcement? Don't ask this question. And by that, I mean, don't pose yourself this question to talk about it as if false positives are a big deal in the community. It's not. Hey, sucks for you if you get banned falsely, but this is 0.0001% of the player base. Shut the fuck up about it. Stop the 12 people on one team in my Xbox lobby, for example. That's the big problem that everyone's experiencing. Why the fuck are we wasting time on this? So, don't care. I mean, how many people reading this have been falsely banned? Sub 100.
Nobody.
Sub 100 people on
guy.
Earth. Actually, yeah, it's so insane. So, how often are leaderboards being purged of cheaters? Also, don't care. And that's it. So, did that matter? What do you guys think?
The only interesting thing is they said this is the beginning of the conversation. This is the start. What was it? For the shadow ban stuff, that they're gonna be talking about it more. I can't find it. But that might be interesting to see what they end up saying about it in the future. Maybe they'll make changes to it. They won't.
It doesn't matter. Like, shadow banning is inherently flawed. It doesn't... Mm-hmm. There's no way they can do shadow bans correctly. Because it just... at its core, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna think of an analogy, but I mean, it doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah. Warzone. So there you go. Here we go. On to brighter pastures. But again, to cap off the Ricochet thing, to be fair, it's been a couple weeks since I've seen a lot of very obvious cheaters. So the rash has died down for a while. We're still seeing them, but I would venture to say, as far as I can tell, it's been like an acceptable number of cheaters in Publix, Warzone, on PC. But again, most of the cheating is going to be happening, obviously, in ranked play. So, doesn't mean too much. And it will get much worse 1 to 3 days after Season 3, when millions of people come back for Verdansk. They have their little new anti-cheat measures with it, and then they're fucking dismantled utterly by engine owning and co within hours.
Yeah.
So hope that helps.
Yeah.
Announcement: BO6 and Warzone critical launch intel. Okay, so this is the corollary to the big, massive blog post we covered on Thursday regarding Warzone in Season 3 and what that's going to look like. And this is instead talking about multiplayer, zombs, and the new weapons we're getting, which apply to all the modes, and new attachments and stuff. So that's what we're going to cover now. We are very likely, and by that I mean certainly, not going to go into as much detail here as we did for the Warzone blog post, because we don't care nearly as much. We play Warzone. That's pretty much it. So we'll go over it. We'll give you the broad strokes, but this is not going to be some balls deep analysis. So keep that inside of your minds. And this is a doozy. There's a lot here. So they write a lot of big and intimidating words. And keep in mind also, Season 3 goes live April 2nd, 9 a.m. Pacific. Verdansk goes live April 3rd, 9 a.m. Pacific. And in those 24 hours, Warzone will be completely shut down. I guess you're supposed to try to log in to get your kilo during that time.
Yeah, like you log in and play multiplayer or something, but...
No, I think it said you have to press the Warzone button in those 24 hours and you get your kilo. I could be so wrong about that. That sounds wrong, but that's what I heard. Anyway, get on the game. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or don't. Or wait a week until they fix some of the bugs. Anyway, hopefully a lot. Conflict and chaos. BO6 Season 3 is here. So a lot of more words. I see the word Pantheon. That's a big word. Oh, that's like a faction name. Pantheon Spies. So they write all about the lore. Go watch an Ink Slasher video. Multiplayer content summary. Here we go. Multiplayer fucking maps. We're getting a brand new Sixes map.
Wow.
Called Barrage.
That's a barrage.
And it's medium sized. And it looks to be about medium sized. And it looks good. This looks pretty fun. Good visibility. Cool little layout. Definitely feels like a COD map. I think this looks like it would be fun. Actually.
Yeah, it does.
So cool.
Watch out for the sharpshooters, though. That's what they're telling us.
Yeah. Because they seem to be trading shots near the base of the watchtower.
There's a little watchtower. That's cute. Yeah, okay. I like it. It's a nice little,
it's a cute little
map. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is, what is the map? What's the shit map on Tarkov? Besides all of them.
Yeah, what could you possibly be thinking?
Where the rogues are.
Lighthouse?
Lighthouse. You know they have the watchtowers?
Yeah, okay.
That mattered. Nomad! A brand new strike map. 6s and 2v2s. It's small sized. Looks to me almost exactly like the other 6s map. What's it called? Morocco? Montezuma? Mozambique? What is it? Starts with an M, yeah. Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know exactly what you're referring to, yeah. I'm well versed on the BO6 maps.
What map is it?
It looks like a desert map. It's a map in Afghanistan. Picture that. So that's what we're dealing with here.
Now it's just bugging me. What is that map called? It was in the beta, and it's a good map, and you could get spawn trapped the easiest of all maps on this map. And it's just like ruins. It looks like this. And there's like the square in the center.
I don't know.
Fucking obviously not Scud. No. Oh,
in the BO6 beta?
Yes.
That does not sound like a BO6 beta map at all. We had the train map, Scud, the little mini Nuketown thing.
No. Dude, it's bugging me. I'll look it up, sure.
It can't be a BO6 map. I don't know what you're talking about.
It looks exactly like the BO6 map to me.
Doesn't look even relatively close.
Babylon.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Babylon, yeah. Looks like Babylon a lot to me.
Not even relatively close, yeah. But we'll move on from there.
It looks exactly like Babylon. Idiot.
It doesn't.
If you're listening, it looks exactly like Babylon, so much so that I'm surprised they're naming it a new map. So I hope that helps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Chat, tell Tanner he's a fucking idiot.
It's a 6s and a 2s
It looks exactly like Babylon. And then next...
Okay.
It's not too little, but it is too late. Finally.
Fucking far too late. Holy shit, is it far too late? And it doesn't matter.
Too late.
Doesn't look at all like Babylon based. Thanks, chat.
The greatest map of all time in any shooter game ever. Firing range. We're fucking getting it back, baby. On the launch of season 3. So we're getting it at launch. It's a remastered map, obviously. 6s, medium-sized, they say. And it looks like a fairly faithful recreation. I actually don't remember the very original firing range very well, because I think it was originally, what? BO1. Or maybe BO2, but I think it was BO1. But I think, like, for example, in the middle here in this biggest image, it was just like all dirt. Whereas now there's like concrete. Doesn't really matter. But the layout's basically the same. Obviously, it's the same map. This is the best map that's ever been in COD multiplayer easily of all time. And it is a shame I'm not getting this, like Season 0 Reloaded, Season 1. That would be sensational. We're getting it fucking now when we're also getting Verdansk. And as much as I love firing range, hey, I'll be dropping Lumba. Eventually I'll get around to playing this, but fuck, is it way too late? And I would have loved it at season 1. But anyway, it's coming back. Next is Haven. It's another brand new 6s map. And it looks pretty bad, honestly. I don't think this is going to play super well. I could be wrong, but there's like an inside and an outside. You'll figure it out.
Oh, there's an inside and an outside, yeah. You know, I am excited for firing range, actually, because I'll play it for one day. I'll play it a little bit on the 2nd before Verdansk comes out. So, yeah, that's cool.
Oh, true. Level the new guns on it.
So it will matter.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's true. Fuck, that's a good point.
Haven is an MW3 map. This is one of the maps they saved from MW3 because look at the TAC map of it, and then look at the other BO6 ones. I saw Charlie.
Well, they named it brand new. Firing range, they said, is a remaster. In italics underneath it.
What?
Okay.
I'm saying Haven is a Modern Warfare 3 map, one of those maps that they never released. Remember how in season 1 there were BO6? In season 1 of BO6 they released a couple maps, or even just the launch of BO6. I don't remember what maps, but some of them were never put into MW3 and they saved them for BO6. Haven is one of those.
I understand it now. Okay.
If you look at the TAC map, like the outline, everything of it, it's a MW3 map. It doesn't look good though, yeah. So I'm glad they didn't put it in that game.
Yeah, it doesn't look
looks terrible for MW3. Best map of the year for BO6 probably.
Yeah, I mean, as far as originals go, yeah, you're probably onto something. Next is Signal. This is a little baby map.
Ugh, horrific.
Horrid looking map.
This will be fucking bad. Water.
Some water right in the middle. Smack dabbed in the middle. Yeah, fuck, that looks bad.
God, that looks bad, yeah.
Yeah, horrendous. So don't play it. And then Blaze Town at mid-season. It's a Nuketown variant for
if you're a drug
addicts.
addict,
Yeah. And then multiplayer modes. Sharpshooter at launch. Yeah, I'm not reading details of any of these. A bunch of party modes. Who gives a fuck? And additional content. New perks. Okay, we'll go into these. Close Shave is an event reward that will be coming at launch of Season 3. And you have a little punching dagger as the icon for it. It's a red perk in slot 1. Automatically use your dedicated melee attack when you perform a weapon butt attack. So it's the Jack Slash attachment, but on every gun you hold. Simply tap the melee button to attack like the old days.
Horrific.
Yeah. You know what else you could do is use throwing knives and keep your perk for something else. By the way, it works that way in Warzone at least. I don't know if it works that way in
terrible
in multiplayer. But yeah, horrendous, horrific perk, obviously. And then so we're keeping in line with the post-launch perks being the most irrelevant garbage dog shit you should never run. So of course, obviously don't use this. Obviously don't use this. And then Vendetta, we're getting mid-season as an event reward. It's in slot 2. It's a Recon perk, which is the blue ones. On Respawn, mark your killer's last known position for a short duration. Get a bonus score for eliminating that enemy. The Vigilance perk counters being marked by Vendetta. So if you thought it was a little too overpowered, well, at least there's a counter. Again, horrid dog shit perk. Don't invest in getting better at dying. Use a perk in slot 2 that'll help you not die in the first place and instead kill people, fucking obviously. So 2 horrific perks that don't matter. Yeah. But it's multiplayer, so whatever. And all perks are banned in ranked multiplayer because there's no fun allowed, so it doesn't matter. Score Streak Death Machine is an event reward as well. It's a minigun. So. And then multiplayer ranked is going to happen. Here's a look at the ranked rewards. I've seen better. Cosmetic ranked rewards.
A little too busy. The weapon blueprints are a little too busy and uninteresting. Oh, the calling cards are very busy. Wow.
Very busy.
Holy.
I agree. Yep.
The decal's cool. I like that 100 win decal a lot. But yeah, the calling cards are just horrific again. Yeah.
So, yeah. But, I mean,
damn,
whatever.
I was on a grind for it, but now that I see those, forget it. Jeez.
Got it. And now Season 3 zombies. So here's a little image of the new wonder weapon it looks like we'll be getting. So
is that John Black Ops?
That might be John Black Ops. This is a first look at the most meta Warzone gun that there will be for the first week of Season 3, by the way, which is a zombies wonder weapon. And then they write words. Shattered Veil at launch. So we have another screenshot, and it's a night at the museum. There's a little Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton in a map and zombies all around.
Wow.
And then they write a lot of lore words about it, and they give us a little trailer. You want to watch the trailer, man?
Sure. It's only a minute. We could do that, I
Let's watch
guess.
the little
Let's be clear.
trailer.
I don't want to, but we'll watch it.
We're gonna watch the trailer, guys. It's gonna be fun. It won't.
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1. I played it. I beat it. Zombies has been a letdown.
Can you even believe this place?
Yes, you're right.
It sucks, yeah.
Sit your slimy ass down.
That's a lever.
The sizzle solves itself. Someone give me a 10-gallon hat.
So there's the double tap perk that people are excited about. I haven't seen a new zombie type here yet.
On these bastards.
That's Call of Duty dev aim. Holy shit. Just a bunch of bog standard zombs.
It is so nice to meet you face to face, Plate.
A ray gun. A second fuck, huh? A minigun.
You don't trust me, fine, but you cannot trust her.
Meh.
Super meh. I've seen way better trailers out of them.
Wasn't that interesting? The map looks meh.
The map looks meh, and there's no new zombie types being showcased.
Yeah,
where's my new zombie type? The fuck?
Yeah, BO6 is dead. Holy.
DOA, yeah, that's what I always
Looks
say.
terrible. Yeah, BO6 is DOA. Yep.
So there's some more shit about it. Looks cool on the outside, I will say, but like, yeah, who knows how much you'll be playing on the outside. Oh, here we go. New enemy sighted. The Elder Disciple. So it's a bog standard looking zombie, but he has pentagram necklaces. Okay. Okay. So that's cool, I guess. There is a new enemy type. He's not a very inspired one, in my opinion, but that's fine. And then there's toxic zombs, so that's just toxic.
Those are cool looking.
And I didn't even... Pun was actually not intended there. And then a ray gun Mark II and other variants. They say, quote unquote, new wonder weapon. Okay.
Huh.
And some other shit.
Wonder Waffa.
So, okay, cool, I guess. Yeah, just zombies has just lost so much of its hype since we've actually gotten the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's forever dead to me.
Uh-huh. Once I got Prestige Master, yeah, fucking see ya. So, anyway, whatever. There are going to be some events, some LTMs in it. And now the general content. So some of this is going to apply to Warzone. So Return to Verdansk, they talk a little bit about this. And now into the weapons. So this is the Kilo. It's going to be an AR Warzone login reward. So they call it a Warzone login reward.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess you just click Warzone and it'll give it to you or something.
Players will automatically unlock the Kilo after logging into Warzone at the launch of Season 3. So maybe, yeah, who knows? I don't know. If you don't
you
have
also
it,
have
try
like
pressing
2 or 3
Warzone.
weeks to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever. But yeah, it's got 42 weapon levels, 30 round mag by default. Yeah, it's kind of it. I do wonder how the Kilo is going to feel. Honestly, like how they're going to make it. Because you know we're going to see like a Twitter side-by-side comparison, right? Like for sure. So I wonder how similar it will be or not.
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? And also, even if it were the exact same Kilo as the one we used to have, if you're still playing Warzone now, you're much better than you used to be. Wonder how much even easier the OG Kilo would be for you to control the quote-unquote recoil on.
Yeah, I know. I think it's going to have more recoil.
I think it's going to be
horizontal
harder than
bounce, and
people
I'm
are
going to
expecting.
hate it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, I agree. So that's cool. Kilo's back. AMAX.
And then the AMAX as well is coming back. It's going to be on page 6 of the Battle Pass. We actually kind of already have talked about a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, I guess we did, huh?
By the way, this isn't just a BO6 thing, to be fair, but it applies to BO6 as well. The meta really, really, really has in Warzone shifted to like no recoil guns. Like, for example, the AK, maybe, actually, I don't know. Let me look it up. I was going to say, I think the AK actually does kill faster than like the Cypher on paper. But let me just make sure that's true. AK Cypher. It does. So the AK kills faster than the Cypher at every range. And it has more recoil. But it's not like that much more recoil. But still, fucking no one uses it. Everyone uses the Cypher. And you could call that comparison the modern Kilo versus AMAX. The Cypher being the Kilo, the AK being the AMAX. But no one uses the modern AMAX. So, I don't know if that's like just like an evolution in the player base, and we're like, no one cares about time to kill on paper. They just want to be hitting all their shots. Or if the difference isn't big enough to make it worth it, or the recoil magnitude's more than I think or something, I don't know. But like, if we did go back with this player base to, you know, AMAX and Kilo, I feel like way fewer people would be using the AMAX than they used to. Honestly. Yeah. Everyone just, and even with SMGs, like the compact kills way fucking faster than the C9. The PPSH also kills faster than the C9. Everyone uses the C9 though. And it's not like the compact and PPSH are unusable by any means. Some people do use them, but it seems like everyone would rather just have the like, I'm going to get the C9 because it fucking has no recoil. So I'm going to use that.
Yeah.
It's weird. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the player base has changed on that, or there's something I'm not accounting for in like the recoil but better time to kill versus no recoil comparison, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that is weird how things have changed. It is going to be interesting to see, how all that plays out. Because again, when a lot of older players come back as well that haven't played the game in a long time, it's gonna be interesting to see what weapon they gravitate towards.
Yeah. It's gonna be very weird.
I think Ramin's kind of right though. The guns now do have more random recoil than they used to. So they are just more weird to control. They're just more very horizontal. Just bounce all over the place.
Yeah,
Bounce
I feel
left,
like it was
bounce
a lot.
right, bounce right, even more, bounce really far left, bounce slightly left. Whereas the other guns were always kind of more of a pattern.
Yeah. Yeah, could be it. That could be it for sure. I feel like the recoil was a lot more just vertical back then. And I think that's why everyone hated the RAM, because it had like a unique high magnitude of horizontal recoil. And people were like, this is hard to use. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we're getting the AMAX. My prediction is the Kilo is going to be everyone's gun, and the AMAX will not be used because it won't be good enough, because it's going to have too much recoil. That's my prediction.
I agree.
But we'll see. With that. And then the HDR we're getting as well. It's also going to be on the Battle Pass at launch on page 3. So that's cool. Yeah. And supposedly this is going to one-shot at like any range. At least according to some dev, kind of.
Bullets have a lower muzzle velocity, but remain devastating even at very long ranges. Same thing with this. This will probably be, I'm thinking maybe a little hard to use because of the lower velocity, and people aren't going to like this either. That's my guess.
Yeah. And I think I agree. Because most people are still just using the car.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair though, Verdansk is a way different map. It's way more open. You're going to have longer sightlines. Like if you're playing Urzikstan, how many super long sightlines do you have? Like if I'm using a car,
yeah,
and I
there's
see
so many
someone,
buildings. Yep.
Yeah, they're most of the time they're in my one-shot range. I don't need a big bulky ass thing. So maybe that's it too. So maybe that could change, but I guess we'll see. And then the Galley Sticks.
Oh, extremely fast attack speed. Take down your target in a flash. It also says 2-hit kill. Again, I don't know what that means because they said the AMAX was 3 to 4 shot kill, and it's not going to be that.
I think they're referring
So
to
maybe that's
multiplayer
2.
time to kills here. So
Okay,
like no plates.
Because they used to kill in about 2 hits.
Fucking
in
hopefully.
Warzone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with
I
you on
hope these
that.
are a 12-hit kill in Warzone.
They need to be horrendous, yeah. So
This is one of those things that could quickly ruin the fun of an otherwise good update. If that's what happens, these being meta for even a few days will just ruin everything for me.
getting Galley Sticked? Yeah, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But by the way, to be fair, I remember not liking the dedicated melee before launch because I was afraid everyone was going to be stabbing my bitch ass, but no one does. I haven't been killed in melee more than 5 times ever in multiplayer or Warzone, period. Probably not even twice. Like, I can't remember it happening to me once. I'm sure it's happened to me once, maybe, but like, I'm glad that's true for whatever reason, but anyway. This is new for us. Primary weapon, Ladra, mid-season. And it looks like a gun I've seen in Tarkov. Don't say it.
I don't.
Okay, say it. What does it look like from Tarkov?
I don't know.
You know. Well, no.
You always think guns look like
Go ahead
totally
and no.
different guns that don't exist, so I have no idea what you're even thinking right now.
Okay.
This does not remind me of anything.
Oh, no. It kind of reminds me of the little shit Uzi in Tarkov.
Okay.
The stock, mainly.
The stock. Okay, I get what you're saying with the stock. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Uzi's mag is in the grip, so entirely different. Stupid fuck, but yeah.
I wasn't talking about the mag, obviously.
Okay.
So I said the stock. So.
Yeah.
And
what
it's
is this
a Tech
called, the
9, by
Ladra?
the way. And I know
Ladra.
that from my considerable time in the United States
That's
Marine
a
Corps.
full
So I wasn't-
auto submachine gun, extreme rate of fire,
I have
excellent
500
range.
confirmed kills, by the way.
They're lying, by the way. This will not have excellent range. Full auto, extreme rate of fire. It will not have excellent range. It will have the 3rd lowest damage range of any SMG. I'm calling it now.
So they sound okay. Full auto SMG, extreme rate of fire, excellent range, and low recoil. You know what that sounds like to me? MP7.
Like an overpowered gun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like an MP7 kind of deal. Doesn't look like one at all, but same kind of deal. And those guns are fun as fuck, dude. Shout out the OG MP7.
Yeah, they are.
That thing was real fun.
And its headshots can help offset lower base damage, so that's higher headshot multiplier. I'm excited to come back to this when this gun releases and see how wrong their little description was.
Oh, dude,
boy,
remember?
is it going to be wrong.
Fuck, I don't remember the example, but there was a blog post where they said it might have been an LMG, and they were like, this has the highest rate of fire in its class. and it simply was not true. There was like an existing LMG that already had a faster rate of fire because they put the number in the blog post. I think that's what it was. Fuck, it was funny. It was something that dumb, but yeah. Really funny stuff. So yeah, this will be, yeah. As we know, we have no idea how any weapon's going to perform until we actually get it. Yeah. And then we're getting the fucking nail gun. Okay.
That's a Ryobi. Wow, that's a Ryobi.
So you use tools. Do nail guns exist where you can just fire off a fucking magazine full of nails? Is that how this works?
I think most of them now have, I mean, they can shoot really fast, but most of them now, I think you have to have the tip of it against something, or else it won't fire. But I believe the older ones, or maybe they still make some like that, but the older ones you could actually just shoot off. Yeah. But now there's like essentially a stop on it, a safety switch, and it has to be against the surface.
Yeah. Would it penetrate the skin in real life?
Oh my God. Yeah.
I've never used one,
it would fucking kill you. 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, fuck yeah. You put one of those to somewhere in your skull, man, start putting those into your brain, you're dead real fast. Fuck you.
Okay.
Dead. Yep.
Okay. That's cool. I bet, yeah. Where was the idea for this, by the way?
Warzone 1, but other than that, from Warzone 1, I don't know.
How do you think of this? Joe Seacott was probably watching his third property in Malibu being built by underpaid employees, let's say. And he was like, okay, I would love to take that nail gun and fucking shoot some of these people, but I want my house to be built quickly so that I can summer here. But we should put this in Warzone. That would be cool. Like, what a random idea. It's so weird.
A magazine of 15 that fires full auto drops off. The damage drops off quickly after 25 meters. Boy, well, I would hope so. I would hope it almost doesn't do damage at 25 meters.
Yeah.
Because SMGs suck at that range. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever. And then new weapon attachments. This can be very interesting. We're getting the monolithic suppressor back at launch. And I say back with an asterisk because it's a different game. So it's a suppressor by the same name, but we'll see what it does. It can go on every AR except the AS Val because it has a built-in one. SMGs, shotties, LMGs, marksman rifles, snipers, and pistols. So that's all guns except the AS Val, and I hope that helps. Just say that, guys. Monolithic core provides superior sound suppression and increased range. Moderate weight increase affects agility. The ideal attachment for extending your damage range on big maps like Varikistan while retaining the concealment provided by a suppressor.
Yeah,
okay.
Welcome back, suppressor meta.
Maybe. However, didn't the monolithic suppressor also give you Veloc back in the day? Or was it just damage range?
Possibly.
I don't remember either.
We also don't know what type of weapon balancing they're going to do, though. A lot of people had been saying they need to up velocity on all the guns. That was one of the big discussions. So, I mean, maybe they end up doing that too, and this wouldn't matter. But, yeah, I don't remember everything it did.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that could be cool, but people are so used to having no recoil now. I honestly am not sure if this will be used. I feel like it's going to have a very pronounced effect on velocity or damage range for people to stop using their compensators. And even if we went back in time, I feel like people still would be using like compensators back then, but everyone was just too scared and bitch to go loud. But people are over it now. Everyone goes loud now. For every decent
what the
player
shitter fucks use, I mean, yeah. I feel like this will be used by most players, but you might be right. The meta for good players might still be the compensator. But I mean, again, every new player that comes back, if they get this unlocked, which actually they never will because it's on page 7 of the battle pass, so they won't see it for 5 weeks. They'll have stopped playing by then. But I was going to say they'll be using this, but never mind. They'll all have quit by that point, so it won't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the monolithic.
That's the monolithic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, another thing, too, is that Ghost doesn't work while you're not moving fucking at all anymore. So I think a lot of people are like, well, if I'm not running Ghost, why the fuck would I put a silencer on? Which is not good logic, but I get why people do it. Anyway, we're getting other things. The Growl conversion kit, which will be for the SWAT 556, which is a NATO round. I'm an expert in this. Convert the SWAT into a full auto gun with lower damage and range, but improved accuracy, mobility, and handling. Oh, that's cool. So that actually wasn't mentioned in that podcast. It equips a new default barrel and mag and unlocks an exclusive 50-round extendo, and it blocks barrel attachments. Okay.
Didn't the Grau used to have a 60? It had a 50 and 60, right?
That's a good question. It might have just been 50. I don't know, though.
Was it?
I don't know. But okay. So lower damage and range, improved accuracy, mobility, and handling. So it equips a new default barrel and magazine. So a couple questions, because a lot of people were saying like, oh, when you change your barrel, it can affect what type of iron sights you have. That was, I don't know if that's still true. I suspect that it is. Actually, blueprints affect irons right now, but I don't know if barrels do.
I don't. In BO6, I don't think so.
Either way, they used to back in the day. So you had like a Grau with no attachments, had different irons than the Grau with the Archangel barrel. That was like a different iron sight. And that was like the one people loved. So you won't be able to change barrels. So what type of iron sight are we going to get with this conversion kit? Is it going to be the Archangel iron sight? Or is it going to be the no attachment one? Or the short barrel that no one ever used that the devs love for some reason? That no one remembers because no one used it 5 years ago. I don't know. It's a good question. But they look to be pretty good in the COD pod that we went over on Patreon.
Yeah,
so
they show,
it'll be fun.
It looks like the Archangel ones. That's even a little screenshot here. That's what it appears to be, but you never know. They might make that same little front post, but in this game, that front post just ends up being a lot thicker for whatever reason.
Right.
And just looks worse, so.
Yeah.
Don't expect it to look exactly like the MW19 Grau.
Yeah.
But they should at least be really good irons.
And another thing of note here is that it only blocks the barrel attachment and the mag attachments, but you're going to put the 50 on anyway, which you get for doing this. So effectively, you only lose the barrel attachment. So that is important because will this conversion kit also give me damage range or velocity or both? Because everyone runs a barrel to do one of those three things right now on their like cipher. So I would hope it does that. Or, oh, and in addition to that, I think what's noteworthy, because it would need to do that to be good, I think. It doesn't block your muzzle, which is quite nice. Or, excuse me, they didn't mention that it blocks your muzzle. So it seems like it won't, because it would be weird for them to say it blocks the barrel attachment and not mention the muzzle if that's also blocked. That's really good, because then you can put on a compensator if you want way less recoil, or, you know, the new monolithic suppressor or something. So this actually could be relevant, which would be cool. Because then we'd have like the Kilo, AMAX, and the Grau as potential, you know, guns to use.
Yeah.
As part of the meta. So we're getting the C9 10 mil mags in season.
Yeah.
This is another throwback to MW19. You remember the 10 millimeter magazine attachment?
Uh-huh.
Some people used that thing, actually. It was not terrible. But I think it was like 30 rounds, so like it wasn't very common in Warzone.
It was common, man. Wait,
was
that multiplayer though? I might be thinking of multiplayer. I think it was for
multiplayer. It was common.
It was very common. It was
nuts
multiplayer.
In multi. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people also used it in Warzone, but maybe I'm just thinking of multiplayer. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool. I don't think it'll be relevant for Warzone again, but actually, you know what? Maybe. Honestly, the thing is too, though, you can't use sleight of hand to offset having a little tiny mag like you used to do.
Yeah.
So am I going to run a 30 rounder? Like, if it kills fast enough, yes, but it's going to be a bit of an impediment potentially, especially because this is on an MP5, So you're going to have to do the fucking lever up, type in a code, take the mag out, put it back in, type in another code, slap it down. So.
Yeah, you did that often when you were in Delta.
Correct.
You were in the Delta Force.
Delta Force is what he's referring to, yeah. After my tour in the United States Marine Corps.
A decent amount of people use it in Warzone. Okay, yeah, that's what I remember. But it was, I think me personally, I used it a lot in multiplayer. It was insane there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was MW19, every gun killed in 2 shots, so I guess everything was insane, but...
That's true. So anyway, and then we're also getting the Goblin Mark II mini rocket conversion mid-season. I don't know what this means. Converts the Goblin into a full auto gun with explosive rocket ammo. Okay. Hey, let's do one or the other as a conversion kit. I'm not sure we need to take the semi-auto gun to full auto and firing rockets. That's kind of crazy, but okay. Splash damage capabilities come at the expense of veloc and fire rate. Equips, so it will no longer have an impressive rate of fire, by the way. Equips a new default barrel and mag, and it blocks the barrel, muzzle, and mag attachments. Ooh. And the default mag, I think, is 20 on the Goblin. Maybe fewer, even. I mean, obviously this is going to be dog shit just because it sounds like it's so obscene that of course it's going to be bad. So hope that helps. But sounds also maybe kind of fun in multiplayer, honestly. Someone's on the hard point, you can't see him, just start blasting at an area, get some splash damage. So that's cool.
So Bacon's saying the SWAT has a 60 round mag now and the conversion gives you a 50 as an option. So he's saying you could also use a 60 with it?
I don't believe so. I think
the way they word it does not make it sound that way because it says it unlocks an exclusive 50 round extended magazine.
Yeah, I think once you put the conversion kit on, you can still equip mags, but it's a different selection.
That's what it sounds like to me.
It's one mag. So you can either have like the default conversion kit mag, which will probably be whatever, 30, and then you can equip one extra attachment. You don't get the choice of pre-conversion kit mags. You just get the 50. That's really what it sounds like.
Yeah, because it is saying too, it equips a new default barrel and a magazine. So you have a new default magazine, and then the exclusive magazine you can choose from is a 50 round extended.
That must be it, because why on earth would I ever care about a 50 if I can put a 60? Yeah. So like obviously, yeah. So however, that's what it sounds maybe like. I mean, they're not great writers, we've learned that. So they could have just added a new attachment that's not as good as the one we could already use. I don't know, but I suspect not. Anyway, new features in all the games. A base blueprint swap will be coming at launch. You're now able to customize any BO6 base weapon or blueprint with a skin you've unlocked or purchased. For base weapons, you can only change the skin of the base weapon, not any attachments. And for blueprints, you can customize the skins with other existing attachments.
Oh, okay.
So I guess if you already have like your 8 attachments on your gun, and you want to use a blueprint instead, maybe because you just unlocked it for your Cypher, instead of having to rebuild it like an asshole, you can just go to your already built gun and be like, hey, put this blueprint on this. That's cool. That's good. I like that. Is it the most important thing? No. I'd rather not mantle over rather than on top of thinner high ledges, like they said. Twice, minimum. Probably
so
more often
it's just
than
basically
that.
letting you put different skinned attachments on your gun.
I think it's letting you like change the blueprint of the gun that's already built. That's what it looks like to me, especially the little picture. You see where it says build? I think that's where you select the blueprint.
To me, it just sounds like the same thing MW19 had, where if you had like a blueprint unlocked, you could go to your optic and choose the customization, and there would be like 4 slightly different
maybe
versions.
It means that too.
That's all it is, I think.
Or instead, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Either way, whatever. It's fine. Who cares?
It's whatever. Yeah.
Next, we're getting a camo hub.
Oh fuck! I need this. Camo up coming soon, Kev.
By the way, anyone who cares about this already has all the camos. And anyone who doesn't have all the camos doesn't care about this. So, a little too late there. So we needed this in firing range in season 1. And then we're getting season 3 events, an assortment of them, and they're scheduled, and they're capitalized. Return to Verdansk is on Warzone only, April 3rd to 15th.
This might be fun.
It's a free event with 20 rewards, including fucking instant unlocks for new and also veteran players. The Cali 6 minute.
Good. I was worried it was only for new players, but veterans get it too. Good.
Open Verdansk safes across several unique locations to earn rewards. Players also have the chance to earn the Trailblazer op skin for Kane. If you can find the right safe to open before someone else gets there first.
What?
So each match, there's going to be one safe with one operator skin somewhere. Good luck.
Guess.
Cool. As part of this event, and to celebrate the return of Verdansk, all players who log into Warzone following the launch of Season 3 will unlock the Kilo and 2 Ops exclusive for use in Warzone. Players whose Activision ID matches those who deployed to the original Verdansk map will also receive 3 additional items when logging in after the update. The Blue Legacy Contrails, Coming Home Parachute, and Like We Never Left gun screen. That's pretty cool. I like this.
This is real. This is a great looking event.
I like this. My Activision ID will not match that one though, because I've changed my name. So that's going to piss me off if I don't get these. Ooh, I'll be bugged.
Oh, well, it still keeps your information, right?
I hope that's what they mean.
Internally, it keeps the information, yeah.
I mean, it's the same like BNet it's linked to. So, ooh, that'll bug me, though. Fuck, will that bother me? Yes. God damn it. If I don't get my fucking Blue Legacy contrails, I'm going to be bugged. This is cool, though. I like this. A little something cosmetic for people who have played Warzone for this long.
And then a BO6 event.
You can just get an unlock all tool to get these, by the way, if it's your first day playing ever. And then we're gonna get an
they're perma-banning people for them, so be careful out there, man. Don't be telling people that.
So anyway, I will also add, by the way, I don't love this event on day 1 of Verdansk. I just want to like play a normal fucking game of Warzone. I don't want to hear Price shouting, "Crack open the safe," or whatever the fuck. I just want to play a normal game.
This is one of those events where it's just like you have
you have to queue for it. Is that what you mean?
At your main menu, it shows the event thing, and it just tells you to open 10 chests in this region, open 10 chests in this region. So I don't think it's going to be something where...
No, fuck no. They're talking about
pops
safes.
Out.
No, fuck no. Open Verdansk safes across several unique
because they talked
looks.
about it in this other blog post. We already kind of went over it. I don't remember saying anything
was
like that,
the blog unclear?
It is saying safes now, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's some, bullshit. It's not a big deal, but I would like to just have a day where it's just like, just win the fucking game. Don't worry about cracking codes and shit, you know? I don't know. Not a huge deal, but anyway. We're getting a Black Ops tribute.
Oh, no, you are right. There are these massive safes.
Really?
That you unlock, yep.
Yeah, rip.
Find hidden safes. Discover one safe in each zone and open them for exclusive rewards. Oh, well, that's kind of cool then. So then one region will literally have one safe. So that camo will only be in one region, I'm assuming. So there will be like 12 of them in a match that you have to fight over. Okay, that's kind of cute.
It's cool, but also it's going to be creating like artificial hotspots that aren't going to be representative of like a normal match. So when we review, like, how does Verdansk play on Warzone? How does it feel? It's going to be a little skewed because people are going to be going for the safes and shit, which is fine. It's not a big deal, but I don't know. I just thought I'd point it out. Anyway, we have another event coming on April 17th to May 1st. Black Ops Tribute.
Blops.
I don't care about this, so I'm not reading
Don't care at all. John Black Ops, though. Jonathan Black.
And then we're getting John Black Ops, which is a fantastic name somewhere. And then the Season 3 Battle Pass and Black Cell. I'll buy Black Cell if they nail the update.
Oh, wow. Is that official?
Yeah, oh yeah. I would love to spend money on this game, but I'm not supporting it until it's good. So, and then they're offering things for Black Cell that I won't be reading. Some operators. R0-Z3 Rose is going to be a Black Cell
the Rose skin
operator at launch. This is the new Rose skin, so it is not the original one. It looks somewhat similar, kind of. Not very, though. I mean, she's got a fucking cape. She has gold leaves.
Glowing lights on her, though.
Yeah, so
she'll be easier to see than the Terminator skin inside a building.
Way fucking easier, yeah. Yeah, we thought the Rose skin was bad, by the way. You guys remember Groot, where most of the character model was see-through? Or the Terminator skin right fucking now, where most of the player model is see-through? Like, we've evolved so far beyond the Rose skin, unfortunately. So anyway.
Yep.
Hudson, Mace, and then John Black Ops, who will be my operator, hopefully.
Really?
If I don't
You're going to do
Black
that event?
Cell.
Well, you need to complete the BO6 event, man.
Event reward for BO6 owners mid-season. I mean, dude, it's John Black Ops. It's just some guy. That's so based. And it's just some guy with a helmet on and goggles.
Is there lore behind this guy, chat? Or is this literally just some guy they created and named him John Black Ops? Is this like some big Black Ops lore that we don't know about? Because this is super funny if it's just some guy they named John Black Ops like this year. Does it say anything else about
My phone was just yapping at me. Sorry. I don't know why.
Mysterious operator. Oh, yeah. It just says a mysterious operator.
It's just some guy. Yeah.
It's actually just some guy. I like it, though.
Based. I love operators like this where they're just like, it's not, they don't have some backstory. Oh, I was an oppressed trans person and Abu
it's just
Ghraib.
John.
It's just John Black Ops. It's just some fucking guy. So, although if they're gonna do John Black Ops, they also need to do Jane Black Ops. Because what if you're a woman or you want to play as a woman who's the most generic possible one? We need a Jane Black Ops. But I will be playing as John Black Ops. And then Jay and Silent Bob, I don't know. I think this is a comedy film.
You ever seen Jay and Silent Bob?
No.
It's not good.
I mean, it doesn't look like it would be good.
They're movies for marijuana addicts, yeah.
Got it.
The skins are kind of funny looking, though, because they're ugly people. But yeah.
They're hideous, so anyway. New store offerings. Okay. Yep. A tracer pack.
A million of them. They can't get enough of Jay and Silent Bob. What is with them partnering with movies that haven't existed for 30 years?
Great, like cheaper, I guess. Yeah, it's a great question.
Is there a new Jay and Silent Bob coming out? Like, what's going on here?
Probably not. Yeah, like Cheech and Chong. Like, didn't one of them die and then they did this?
I have no idea.
So whatever. Anyway, whatever. Prepare for season 3. Lots of words that are big and also intimidating. Okay, here we go. Here's some interesting info, though. A 24-hour countdown to Verdansk launch timer begins on April 2nd at 9:01 a.m. Pacific. Use these 24 hours fucking wisely. This is the very best time to level up all preferred weapons you want to use in Verdansk. Get the kilo for free. Optionally pop a couple double weapon XP tokes and play BO6 to unlock attachments and camos. And then get into the proper grind set. So start filling out the battle pass pages to unlock the AMAX, HDR, and I think also the conversion kit for the Growl, which is on page 5, I believe it said. And then, yeah. Warzone goes live, 9 a.m. on the 3rd. Also, FSR 4 is now live in BO6, which I believe is the frame gen by AMD right? What's the frame gen on NVIDIA called? DLSS? I think it's like AMD's version of that. So, whatever. Could be interesting.
Shit. Yeah, all that stuff is shit.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty shit. Frame gen creates fake information and puts it on your screen. So, looks ass. Don't do it, generally speaking. Although soon, frame gen is probably going to be nuts. And the meta, actually. That's what I've heard some nerds saying, yeah. Like, AI is going to be so good that frame gen is just going to be better. So,
yeah.
But, I don't know. Anyway.
Jay and Silent Bob Deliver, LLC. Shout out to them. They put that right at the bottom of this blog post.
Okay. Oh.
Got it.
I was like, why did you look that up? Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, that's it. She wrote down every single thing.
Yeah. She did.
So
it's gonna be an update, man.
Yeah, by the way, on the Ricochet thing, Metaphor tweeted yesterday, I had 12 different cheaters in my lobbies today. None of them got banned from my reports, and I was shadowed by the end of the sesh. Good system. Sarcastically. Yeah. He's also on keyboard and mouse, so it's even more obvious he's not cheating. If you watch the kill cams where he misses lots of shots, because he's a human being. But people are fucking retarded, so yeah. I mean, yeah. Cheaters are gonna be real rough, we'll say. So anyway. That's fucking it. So yeah, overall, I mean, season 3 blog post for not Warzone looks bog standard, honestly. This is definitely season 2 was like the only new content was for multiplayer and zombies. Now, Warzone players will be eating, as they say.
It's a feast.
What will they be eating? A feast of what? Is it a good question? It's not, I know. But I won't say it. I won't beat you guys down with it anymore. But temper your expectations. That's what I always say. So, yeah. We will be back next week. Before we go, we did our last Patreon bonus ep for this month. Patreon.com/thedropshot. And we actually listened to the COD pod, or sections of it, and talked about it. For example, can you guys guess what Infinity Ward's 2 out of 2 devs' favorite Verdansk POI is?
I know what it is.
Yeah, we do. We both do, unfortunately, because we listened to that episode. If you don't want to go through the labor of listening to that yourself, which you shouldn't, you could listen to that latest bonus ep. It was fun. A couple of you guys didn't like it because the COD pod is that. What's the word I was looking for? I don't know.
Terrible.
Acerbic? Whatever. Bad. Which is fair. But anyway, I don't know. Some of you guys might have liked it. But yeah, Patreon.com/thedropshot. Going into April, it's going to be popping because we're going to have a fuck ton to talk about. Good, bad, or otherwise, there is going to be a lot of new shit going on, and we will finally have a veritable feast of info and strats and other things to get into. So now would actually be the best time to join the Patreon, starting in April, because the bonus eps are going to go crazy. There's going to be a lot to talk about. And then also, if you're a patron, you get ad-free episodes for the public. And again, it's going to be chock full of ads on the public feed, especially in April. Yes, chock full of ads. So if those start to bug you, $5 a month, you can get ad-free. You get them early, and you get 3 bonus eps, all COD related. If you wanted to go above and beyond, you can get some behind the scenes and Q&A on there as well every month. And our Damascus Hangout, which we just did, which actually was pretty fun. We all just kind of did our own thing and then talked with each other at the same time. We were going to do Warzone GeoGuessr, but Tanner put that on the schedule before he checked online if it was multiplayer, which it's not. There is a Warzone GeoGuessr, and it's pretty cool and fun, actually.
It is.
I was surprised at the quality of it, but you can't like create a lobby and play against people. They need to add that functionality badly, but it doesn't exist as far as we could tell. So Instead, we just hung out, shot the shit. It was a good time. So you'd get that too. It's the best way to support the show. Patreon.com/Dropshot. As far as next week goes, we will have one other pod before Verdansk. We are going to do a pod on Wednesday. So on the 2nd, before Verdansk launches. And we will almost certainly have patch notes by then to go over. So we can go into exquisite detail about what not to expect the following day. Because on the launch of Verdansk, that's what we will be doing. Playing that. Or attempting to. I have packet loss. So that'll be fun. I probably will go live on my personal Twitch on the 3rd, Thursday, for some Verdansk Warzone. So if you guys want to pop in, follow me on Twitch, Razinon. Or follow Jake, because I'll be playing with him, unless I'm off the squad in that time, which is possible, I guess. Jake down, one word. Either way,
Jack,
if you want to kind of get mixy. So
C4 meta's back, according to Ghost of Hope. We'll end with that.
That wouldn't surprise me.
A lot.
Yeah. So, all right. Thanks, guys. Love you. Activision devs do not play their own game.
No.